records gone horribly wrong. Number 1. Lowell Bales. Lowell Bales wanted to learn to fly, so he began taking flying lessons from a World War I pilot. He did so well in his lessons that he became a part of a stunt team that performed all over the country. In 1931, he decided to break the world record for speed by going 300 miles per hour. He was flying 246 feet above the ground and he broke the record. Suddenly, the gas cap on his plane fell off and it flew through the windshield, hitting Bales in the head. It knocked him out and he lost control of the plane. It ended up crashing into the ground and caught fire. He was thrown 300 feet from the plane and died on the scene. Number 2. Bert Hinkler. Bert, the Australian Lone Eagle Hinkler, was a gunner for the Royal Naval Air Service during World War I. He was one of the first people to fly solo from Australia to England. He was also the first person to fly solo across the southern Atlantic Ocean. These two records weren't enough for Hinkler, and on January 7, 1933, he wanted to beat the flight record from England to Australia. The current record at that time was 8 days 20 hours. Sadly, his plane crashed into the Tucson Mountains in Italy and he died. He was 40 years old. When his body was recovered, he was given a full military burial under the orders of Mussolini. Number 3. Sailendra Nath Roy. Sailendra Nath Roy was an Indian stuntman. He held 2 crazy world records that involved his hair. During the first, he pulled a locomotive with his ponytail for 8.2 feet. Not long after, he broke the world record by riding a zip line 270.6 feet, holding on with just his hair. In April 2013, he wanted to break his current zipline record. He was on a 595.5-foot zipline, and about 300 feet into the stunt, he got stuck for 30 minutes and he stopped moving. When they finally got him down, they had discovered he had had a massive heart attack. He was pronounced dead when he got to the hospital. Number 4. Javed Palisbanian. Long-distance jumps are common world records that people try to break. Evel Knievel is famous for breaking plenty of records in 1975, including jumping over the most buses, 14, and jumping the furthest with a distance of 133 feet. In 1999, Bubba Blackwell broke Knievel's bus record by jumping over 15. In 2005, an Iranian man named Javed Palisbanian wanted to break Blackwell's record by jumping over 22 buses that were parked next to one another. The distance to make the jump was an estimated 209 feet. The attempt was on live television. Before his attempt, he stated that he wanted to do something to make his country proud. Sadly, he slammed into the 13th bus and he died on impact. Number 5. Brigitte Lenoir. When you go scuba diving, the rebreather recirculates air and then removes carbon dioxide. This gives you clean oxygen when you're under the water. In rebreather deep diving, you dive as deeply as possible while wearing the rebreather and then make it to the surface without dying. When Brigitte was 40 years old, she wanted to break her own rebreather diving record of 505 feet. Her attempt was on May 16, 2010, and she was hoping to dive 656 feet. When she hit 482 feet, something happened. A valve in her pure oxygen failed and gave her pure oxygen poisoning. She died almost instantly. Number 6. Bill Warner. Bill Warner was a tropical fish farmer from Florida, and he held the world land speed record on a conventional motorcycle. He drove for 1.5 miles at 311 miles per hour. He broke the record in July 2011. In 2013, when he was 44 years old, he wanted to break the record again for a 1-mile distance. When he hit 285 miles per hour, he lost control of his bike. When it veered to the right, it slid for over 100 feet. Immediately after the accident, he was conscious and talking. He was taken to the hospital and he died about an hour later. Number 7. Jessica Dubroff. This is one of the saddest attempts of world records gone horribly wrong. Jessica Dubroff was a 7-year-old girl training to be a pilot. Her father wanted her to be the youngest person to ever fly a plane across the United States. She was very excited about trying to break the record, and she called the flight Sea to Shining Sea. Since she was too young to fly on her own, a pilot had to be with her near the controls while she flew. On April 10, 1996, she went up with her father and her flight instructor. They flew out of Half Moon Bay, California, and the goal was to reach Cape Cod, Massachusetts. They landed in Wyoming to rest, and the next morning they tried to take off in bad weather. The plane ended up flipping and then crashed on a residential street. Everyone on board died. Number 8. Pyotr Dolgov. In 1962, 2 Russian men decided to attempt to break the record for the longest freefall. They were going to do this using a pressurized gondola with a hot air balloon attached to it. The men were Yevgeny Nikolaevich Andreev and Pyotr Dolgov. Andreev jumped 80,380 feet. Dolgov decided to stay in his gondola for a bit longer because he was testing a new pressure suit. He jumped from 93,970 feet, but his visor cracked, causing his suit to depressurize, and he died instantly. Number 9. Donald Campbell. Donald Campbell was a land and water speed record holder. He actually broke both records in the same year. He wanted to step things up a bit and decided to break the water speed record again using the Bluebird Mach 1.1. He was shooting for 300 miles per hour. During the first attempt, he hit 297.6 miles per hour. Rather than refueling, he decided to try again. This time, he did a somersault in the air and crashed into the water, killing him instantly. Number 10. Lifting weights on a bed of nails. Many have tried to break the record for lifting the most weight while lying on a bed of nails. The man in this photo was not injured, but he also did not break the record. Hopefully, he doesn't attempt it again because it could kill him next time.